On the morning of January 15, 1947, Los Angeles was still waking up under a blanket of early fog. A woman named Betty Bersinger was walking with her young daughter along a quiet street in Leimert Park. But then, in the middle of an empty lot, she stopped dead in her tracks and screamed. Before her lay the body of a young woman, sliced in half, displayed like some grotesque masterpiece. No identification, no fingerprints, no witnesses. The victim would soon be dubbed the Black Dahlia, a name that would echo through history. Nearly 80 years later, hundreds of detectives have tried and failed to catch her killer, who remains a phantom in the shadows. Today we're diving into this case, uncovering its chilling details and asking, who ended her life? Are you ready? Let's step into this haunting story together. Elizabeth Short, or Beth, as her friends called her, isn't a stranger to those who chase mysteries. Born on July 29, 1924, in a small town in Massachusetts, Beth grew up during the tough years of the Great Depression. Her childhood was ordinary, but her dreams were anything but. She longed for the glamour of Hollywood. With her jet black hair, striking eyes, and bold fashion sense, Beth was beautiful and ambitious. In 1946, she left the cold East Coast behind and arrived in Los Angeles, the city of dreams. But Hollywood didn't open its arms to her. She worked as a waitress, crashed with friends, and drifted between parties, chasing a break that never came. People said she often wore black dresses and pinned dahlia flowers in her hair, an image the press later turned into her infamous nickname, the Black Dahlia. But that dream came crashing down on January 9, 1947. The last time anyone saw Beth alive, she was stepping out of the Biltmore Hotel, chatting happily with a man no one knew. Brown hair, dark suit, a stranger in the night. No one could have guessed it was her final moment. 6 days later, her body turned up in Leimert Park, a scene straight out of a nightmare. She'd been cut in half at the waist, washed clean of blood, her face slashed from mouth to ears in a ghastly grin. The coroner said she'd been tortured for hours, maybe days before she died. But the crime scene gave nothing away. No weapon, no footprints, nothing. It was as if her killer was a ghost. The Black Dahlia case exploded into a media frenzy. The Los Angeles Police Department launched their biggest investigation of the 1940s, throwing dozens of detectives into the hunt across the city. Over 150 suspects were questioned. Ex-boyfriends, barflies, anyone who'd crossed paths with Beth in her final week. But no one could be pinned down with solid evidence. Then a bizarre clue dropped into the mix. On January 24, 1947, a package arrived at the Los Angeles Examiner newsroom. Inside were Beth's belongings, a small purse, a few personal photos, and a note made from clipped magazine letters that read, "Here's Dahlia's stuff, more to come." Police found fingerprints on the package, but when they ran them, they matched no one in their records. Was the killer taunting them, or had they slipped up? The investigation dug deeper, and the suspect list grew. First up was George Hoddle, a wealthy doctor in Los Angeles. He had surgical skills, lived just blocks from the crime scene, and here's the kicker. His own daughter later accused him of being the murderer. Then there was Walter Bailey, another surgeon. He lived near Leimert Park, and his wife had died just before the killing. A chilling coincidence. And don't forget the mystery man from the Biltmore, the brown-haired stranger in a suit, last seen with Beth. Who was he? A lover? A predator? The police never found out. The case spiraled into a dead end, leaving behind a trail of questions with no answers. The Black Dahlia isn't just a crime. It's a puzzle that's haunted us for nearly a century. Was it George Hoddle, with his surgeon's hands and sudden flight from America? Walter Bailey, tied to the scene by a twist of fate? Or that unnamed man in the dark suit, vanishing into the night at the Biltmore? The truth still eludes us. Maybe the killer's long dead, taking his secrets to the grave. Maybe he's out there, smirking at these words. What do you think? Who killed Elizabeth Short? Drop your theories in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you've got. And if there's another cold case you want me to tackle, let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so we can keep unraveling these mysteries together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.